What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Cosmos and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, friends, we are going to be going ahead and looking at the 5 best weapons added into Fortnite. Now, these weapons are weapons that were not originally in the game when it came back out last September, and these are basically the best ones that have been added. And I was just looking through and I was like, bro, there's actually been a lot of bad weapons that have been added, so we're going through and looking at the best weapons added. Maybe if this video does well and you guys, maybe let's go maybe 300 likes, we'll go ahead and do the 5 worst weapons added into Fortnite, because there are some pretty bad ones. But basically, we have 5 spots on the list. Obviously, 4 of them are actual guns, and then 1 spot is a actual like throwable or whatever you want to call it. And it's basically still a weapon, because a weapon's just anything that does damage, I guess, and inflicts harm or whatever. So yeah, basically we've got 4 weapons and then 1 throwable. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead. If you do enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also go ahead and chuck on that notification bell. And without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, at number 5 spot, we actually have a throwable weapon, which is 1 throwable on the list. It was a really weak weapon, and it was just overall a really trash item inside of Fortnite. And this is the C4. Now, it was probably one of the worst things added when it first came out. It just did no damage. It was useless for damage. You couldn't throw it while sprinting, which they've actually gone ahead and added in, that you can go ahead and actually throw them while sprinting, which is a lot better. You just literally have to stand still and then throw them, which was just so annoying and so dumb. But I'm so glad that they've actually gone ahead and fixed that. You can now throw it while sprinting, so it just makes it feel a lot faster, and also does so much more damage to like buildings now. I think it does like 80 damage to people, but dude, you can literally just destroy buildings with this. It is absolutely insane. It just absolutely destroys buildings. If someone's stuck in a little 1x1, or they're in a sky base or something and you're just sitting below them, just go ahead, chuck some C4s and you'll definitely blow up the whole thing. It is absolutely amazing. I love using C4s now. They're really fun to use, and they're actually pretty OP now, which is just really cool. So yeah, I thought I'd add that in the list. In our number 5 spot there with the C4, definitely a strong weapon. When it first came out, it was very poor, but now it's definitely very good. And yeah, that's a number 5 spot with the C4. Now, number 4 spot is the Thermal AR, which was the newest weapon at the time of making this video added inside of the game. And the Thermal AR is honestly a pretty damn good weapon. Now, what I like about this and why I think it's one of the best weapons in Fortnite is, 1, it's like just a really OP scoped AR, and it just does a really good headshot damage and just overall really good body shot damage. And also another thing is, it's really cool for callout. So if you just want to look around, you can't really see where the people are or whatever, use this Thermal AR, and because it's got like the thermal scope on it, you can really see enemies a lot better just by using this, and it's really good for calling out other enemies when you're in a squad or something. And that's really why I like this Thermal AR. It definitely changes up the game and just adds another aspect of the game. We can go ahead and use this tactically, and also you can go ahead and obviously get those 70 headshots, which is just absolutely insane, getting such a high headshot with this weapon. And yeah, definitely a very good weapon to go ahead and use, one of the best to be added inside of Fortnite by far. And yeah, it's definitely a strong weapon. I'm glad they did, because there's a lot of weapons that they added that are really weak, and I'm glad that the thermal scoped AR isn't one of them, because if it was, I would cry. Literally, dude. The scoped AR got nerfed. When the game first came out, the scoped AR used to be absolutely amazing, but it got like nerfed a ton, and now it's pretty poor. And I'm just hoping that the thermal AR stays the way it is or gets buffed, because it's honestly a really strong weapon as it is, and it's really fun to use, and definitely one of the best weapons added into Fortnite. Our number 3 spot is the Burst AR. Now, this is a legendary and epic version of it, and these weapons are very strong. Now, I think this was really cool because they've actually gone ahead and added a new weapon that was just a lot better than a really poor, just a normal Burst AR, like a white or a green. They were really bad weapons, and I really didn't like them at all. Some people do, but I'm not a big fan at all, and I think that the Burst AR is definitely a big improvement on that. There's not as much bloom. It also does a lot more damage, and it's honestly really cool. You'd probably still pick up a Scar over the Burst AR, but the Burst AR is still definitely a really cool weapon inside of Fortnite, and if I don't, I'll probably take it over a Blue AR, and yeah, I just think it's honestly a really cool weapon inside of Fortnite. Not one of my favorites overall, but definitely a good weapon to be added into Fortnite that I use a fair bit, but I would still take a Scar over it, because I think the Scar just does a lot better and it's a lot more accurate. But the Burst AR is definitely a really cool weapon. It's got that high damage, and it's also just a great improvement over just the lower variants of the Burst Assault Rifles. So yeah, that's always really cool, and yeah, that's our number 3 spot there with the Burst AR. What do you guys think of this gun? Do you guys take the Burst or the Scar? I take the Scar over the Burst, but hey, That's just my opinion. And yeah, that's our number 3 spot on the list. Our number 2 spot right now is the heavy shotgun. Now, the heavy shotgun is definitely one of the best weapons to be added in Fortnite. Probably one of my most used weapons that are added into Fortnite. These top 2 spots are usually, if I get them, I'll take them over every other gun that I have. These are really the only 2 spots on the list that I would probably go with every game because I think that they're very good weapons. Now, the heavy shotgun, I will take. At this point in time, with the way shotguns are, I will take the heavy shotgun because it's probably the strongest of all of the 3 shotguns now after the big nerf to the other shotguns. And I think that the heavy shotgun is still probably the strongest for DPS, but I still always like to have a pump just because I'm so used to it and I think I'm better at aiming with it. But the heavy shotgun is definitely a very good counterpart. Having a pump heavy is really cool. Sometimes if I don't have a pump or attack, I'll just take a heavy. Even double heavy is definitely good. But yeah, this is one of the best weapons out of Fortnite. One of the most usable that a lot of people seem to be using. And yeah, at the moment with shotguns, heavy shotguns probably one of the best out there, honestly. And yeah, I just absolutely love this addition. Whenever I find one, I usually do go ahead and use it, although I really do like using pump tack. At the moment, it really doesn't do very well, so I'm trying to pick up as many heavy shotguns as I can, try and get used to it and stuff. And yeah, if I can, I try and use as many heavy shotguns as I can, but you know, I still try and stick to the pump tack, but it's really, really bad now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the heavy shotgun. Definitely one of the best weapons added into Fortnite. One of the most usable, since though a lot of other weapons that they've added are really, really weak, such as like the silenced MP5, the silenced pistol. All of those are really, really weak and really unusable inside of the game. But yeah, I think the heavy shotgun's really, really good. And finally, in our number 1 spot, we have the hunting rifle, and this weapon is absolutely insane. It is definitely, it's a must-have in my inventory if I can. Sometimes I don't get these, and I'll take the hunting rifle over a bolt any day of the week if I find one. I do use the bolt a little bit, but if I find a hunting rifle, I'll go ahead and take that over it any day of the week. It is just such a good weapon, and I think it's I think it is the best weapon added into Fortnite. When it first came out, I was like, dude, I don't really like this, but bro, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I love the hunting rifle so much. It's just a lot better than the bolt, just for the main reason is you can still get those one-hit headshots because it does like 220 damage to the head. So you can still get those one-hit headshots. It reloads a ton faster. It's a lot quicker to aim if you're getting rushed by someone. Take out your hunting rifle, go ahead, hit them if you're good enough. And I'm just trying to get really good with the hunting rifle because it's just absolutely amazing. I love this weapon so much. Definitely my favorite weapon, my favorite sniper I should say, inside of Fortnite, and yet one of the best weapons, if not the best weapon ever added into Fortnite Battle Royale. That is the hunting rifle, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Is there any other best weapons that you think should have been on this list? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to go ahead and end off our video. I hope you guys did go on to enjoy. If you did, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button as well, subscribe to the channel, and also go ahead and make sure you chuck on that notification bell to stay up to date with all of our videos coming in the future of the channel. But anyway, thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.